The hidden August secret that creates show-stopping cottage gardens. Here's something that will completely change how you think about gardening timing. The most magnificent cottage gardens you've ever admired weren't created in spring when everyone else was planting. They were strategically planned the previous August, when experienced gardeners were quietly laying the groundwork for the following year's breathtaking display. While most people assume August signals the end of planting season, master gardeners understand this scorching month represents the most valuable window for establishing perennials that will absolutely explode with vigor come spring. Miss this opportunity, and you'll wait an entire year for another chance at creating garden magic. If transforming your outdoor space into a neighborhood showstopper sounds appealing, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because the strategies I'm sharing today will save you countless months of waiting while giving you a cottage garden that appears decades old in just one season. The science behind late summer success. Before we explore these 10 game-changing perennials, let's understand why August planting creates such superior results. When you establish plants during this period, they channel their energy into developing robust root systems rather than producing flowers. This creates what experienced horticulturists call foundation strength, extensive underground networks that can support spectacular above-ground displays. The warm soil temperatures accelerate root development, while cooler nights signal plants to prepare for winter dormancy. This combination creates incredibly resilient specimens that outperform spring-planted counterparts by remarkable margins. Give this video a thumbs up if you're ready to discover these insider secrets that will revolutionize your garden planning approach.
Plant selection number 1. Delphinium, the majestic spire builder. Let's begin with the undisputed royalty of cottage gardens, Delphinium. Most gardeners assume these towering beauties require spring planting, but this misconception keeps them from achieving those magnificent 6-foot heights that define English-style gardens. August-planted Delphiniums develop what I term champion root systems, deep, extensive networks capable of supporting those massive flower spikes that take your breath away. When established during warm soil conditions with shortening days, these plants focus entirely on underground development rather than attempting to bloom. The transformation resembles building architectural foundations. Spring planting specimens rest on shallow support systems, while August planting establish bedrock solid bases. Those late summer installations will absolutely dwarf their spring-planted neighbors the following year. Select varieties like Pacific Giant Series or Magic Fountain for zones 3 to 7, or Guardian Series for warmer zones 8 to 10. Position them in rich, well-draining soil with crowns at soil level. Provide deep watering twice weekly and apply heavy mulch around the base while keeping material away from the crown to prevent rot. The anticipation builds throughout winter and spring. Then, typically in late May or early June, you'll observe those first emerald spears emerging from soil. Within weeks, they'll stretch skyward, and by midsummer, you'll possess flower spikes that stop traffic.
Plant selection number 2. Bee Balm, the pollinator magnet. For creating gardens that pulse with life and movement, August-planted Bee Balm serves as your secret weapon. This isn't merely about attractive flowers. You're establishing an ecosystem that thrives with activity. Envision next July when your bee balm reaches full bloom. The vibrant red, pink, or purple flowers resemble fireworks frozen in time, their distinctive tubular shapes creating wild, spiky color crowns. The real enchantment begins when pollinators discover your garden. Ruby-throated hummingbirds dart between blooms like tiny emerald missiles, their wings beating so rapidly they become mere blurs. Butterflies, monarchs, swallowtails, painted ladies perform aerial ballets that never lose their wonder. The bees absolutely adore bee balm, giving the plant its common name. You'll hear your garden's contentment before seeing it, that gentle, constant humming indicating nature's perfect harmony. August planting provides bee balm tremendous advantages. This species spreads through underground rhizomes, and warm soil encourages rapid root expansion. Establish them now, and by next summer, you'll have substantial colonies producing dozens of flower stems instead of the weak single stems resulting from spring planting. Choose Jacob Klein for brilliant red flowers with powdery mildew resistance, or Marshall's Delight for soft pink blooms that seem to illuminate evening light. Space plants 18 inches apart. They'll fill beautifully. Water deeply but infrequently to encourage extensive root development. Don't worry if leaves appear stressed in heat. They're concentrating energy on building those spreading roots that provide years of incredible blooms. If you're getting excited about transforming your space into a pollinator paradise, show your enthusiasm with a like. It really helps me share more insider gardening secrets.
Plant selection number 3, Astilbe, the Shade Garden Revolution. Let's completely revolutionize everything you believe about shade gardening. Most gardeners view shady areas with resignation, assuming they're limited to boring hostas and perhaps some impatience. August-planted Astilbe changes that narrative forever. Imagine entering your shadiest garden section next June and discovering clouds of feathery plumes in white, pink, peach, and deep burgundy instead of that forgotten corner. These aren't simple flowers, they're living sculptures. Each bloom cluster contains hundreds of tiny flowers, creating incredible texture that captures and holds light, even in deep shade. The foliage alone justifies the investment. Deep green, intricately cut leaves resembling ferns create lush, tropical feelings that make shaded areas seem intentional and magical, rather than garden afterthoughts. Here's the August planting secret most gardeners never discover. Astilbe, established in late summer, develops moisture-mining roots, extensive systems that locate and utilize every soil moisture drop. This creates remarkable drought tolerance once established, contrary to most gardening literature. Select varieties like Bridal Veil for pure white plumes that seem to float like spirits in shadows, or Fanal for deep red flowers that glow like embers in low light. Deutschland provides clean white flowers with dark foliage, creating stunning contrast, while Purple Candles offers unique purple-pink blooms rarely seen in typical shade gardens. Plant in rich organic soil. Astilbe loves compost mixed directly into planting holes. Space them 12 inches apart for varieties under 2 feet or 18 inches for larger types. Water thoroughly at planting, then mulch heavily with shredded leaves or bark to maintain cool, moist roots. The payoff arrives next spring when your shaded areas explode with bloom while neighbors struggle with their dark corners. You'll create what I call shadow paradises. Proof that shade gardening can equal full-sun spectacular displays when you understand these insider secrets.
Plant selection number 4, Garden Phlox, the nostalgic fragrance machine. We're entering the heart of cottage garden magic, that intoxicating fragrance transporting you to grandmother's garden or perfect summer evenings living only in memory. Garden Phlox embodies that plant. Beyond visual beauty, those massive flower heads in white, pink, purple, and coral are absolutely stunning. You're creating moments that stop time. Imagine stepping into your garden on a warm August evening next year. The day's heat finally breaks, and gentle breezes carry the most incredible scent. Sweet, spicy, and complex, like vanilla mixed with cloves and honey hints. Following that fragrance is like being under a spell, leads you to towering Garden Phlox stands. Their dome-shaped flower clusters appear so dense with blooms they resemble living bouquets. Each flower head comprises dozens of individual flowers, creating incredible texture that seems to glow in evening light. August-planted perennials develop anchor roots,
deep, substantial systems supporting flower heads so large and heavy that spring-planted phlox simply cannot compete. Here's the secret most gardeners never learn. August-planted phlox naturally resists powdery mildew, that white fungal coating ruining many phlox displays. Why? The plant has time developing strong, healthy stems and good air circulation before blooming season stress arrives. Choose David for pure white flowers seeming to glow like moonlight in evening gardens, or Bright Ives for soft pink blooms with darker centers creating incredible color depth. Purple Kiss offers deep purple flowers appearing almost regal against dark green foliage, while Orange Perfection provides salmon orange blooms that are absolutely electric in sunset light. Plant in rich, well-draining soil with good air circulation to prevent powdery mildew. Space generously, about 24 inches apart, because these plants need breathing room. Water deeply at soil level, never overhead, and mulch around bases to maintain consistent moisture. Anticipation builds through winter and spring. Then, usually in July, your garden explodes with fragrance so intense that people comment from the street. You'll time evening watering just to stand near these plants and breathe that incredible perfume.
Plant selection number 5. Japanese Painted Fern, the Silver Illuminator. We're venturing into territory that will completely transform your understanding of foliage plants. Most gardeners focus exclusively on flowers, but sophisticated cottage garden secrets lie in plants providing structure and visual interest even when nothing blooms. Japanese Painted Fern represents that plant. August planting sets you up for 12 months of pure garden magic. Forget everything you know about boring green foliage. Japanese Painted Fern appears painted by divine artists who got carried away with silver and pewter paint. Fronds emerge in spring as tight fiddleheads, slowly unfurling to reveal leaves that are predominantly silver with deep green edges and burgundy stems. In low light, these plants actually seem to glow, creating brightness pools in gardens' darkest corners. August planting enables these ferns to develop massive root systems, producing colony effects. Instead of single plants, you get expanding colonies, creating rivers of silver flowing through shade gardens. What starts as a few small plants becomes a shimmering carpet, making your entire garden appear more expensive and professionally designed. The texture is incredible. These aren't coarse, heavy hosta leaves. Japanese painted fern fronds are delicate and lacy, creating soft, almost ethereal quality that enhances other plants by comparison. They're perfect companions to previously planted Astilbe, and when combined with dark Heuchera, create incredible color and texture tapestries that appear intentional and sophisticated. Choose Metallicum for maximum silver coloration. These plants literally sparkle in dappled light. Silver Falls features more deeply cut fronds, creating even more texture, while Regal Red's burgundy tones make silver pop dramatically. Plant in rich organic soil. They love compost and leaf mold mixed into planting holes. Space them 15 inches apart for colony effects, or provide more room for individual specimens. Water consistently without letting them sit in soggy soil. They prefer moisture, but not waterlogging. The payoff comes in early spring when ghostly fiddleheads emerge from soil like fairy tale elements. By May, you'll have substantial clumps illuminating shade gardens. By August, you'll be dividing them to create more silver treasures.
Plant selection number 6. Heuchera, the color-changing chameleon.
Here's where we explore foliage plants so spectacular and constantly changing that they make flowers seem almost optional. Heuchera, also called coral bells, is experiencing a garden design renaissance. Understanding why will forever change your garden. These aren't your grandmother's coral bells with plain green leaves and tiny white flowers. Modern Heuchera varieties offer foliage colors that seem nearly impossible. Deep burgundy leaves appearing made of velvet, lime green foliage glowing like neon, silver leaves marked with deep purple veins, and colors that actually change with seasons and light conditions. The August planting advantage will astound you. Heuchera, established in late summer, develops chameleon roots, systems so robust they support much larger, more colorful leaves than spring-planted specimens. You're essentially providing them head starts, resulting in bigger, bolder, more dramatic foliage displays lasting from spring until hard frost. Envision your garden next May. While neighbors' Heuchera are just emerging from winter dormancy, yours are already producing massive mounds of colorful foliage. Palace purple creates deep burgundy pools, making other colors pop like jewels. Lime marmalade offers chartreuse leaves seeming to glow from within, creating incredible contrast with darker plants. Silver scrolls provides leaves appearing dusted with metallic paint, each marked with intricate silver patterns. Then there are the flowers, delicate spikes of tiny bells in white, pink, or coral shades, dancing above foliage like fairy wands. Honestly, the foliage is so spectacular that flowers are just bonuses. These are workhorses, providing color and interest through every season, surviving everything from drought to deep freeze. Seasonal color changes make Heuchera truly addictive. Autumn bride starts seasons with green leaves marked with silver, then transforms to peachy orange in fall. Fire Chief begins with bright red foliage, deepening to burgundy as temperatures drop. It's like having completely different plants each season. Choose varieties based on desired color effects. Plant obsidian for nearly black foliage, making everything else brighter. Or Georgia peach for leaves cycling through peach, orange, and coral tones. Space them 12 inches apart for carpeting effects, or provide more room for individual specimens. Plant with crowns slightly above soil level, crucial for preventing crown rot. Water consistently while ensuring good drainage, and mulch lightly around bases. These plants are incredibly tough once established, tolerating both drought and extreme cold better than almost any other foliage perennial.
Plant selection number 7, Salvia, the drought-proof blooming champion. We're entering the realm of plants that will completely change your relationship with watering and garden maintenance. If you've ever wished for perennials that bloom non-stop, survive on practically no water once established, and improve every year, Salvia is about to become your new obsession. This isn't the red salvia from boring municipal plantings. Perennial salvias are sophisticated, elegant plants, producing flower spikes in colors ranging from deep purple through every blue shade, pink, white, and even bicolor combinations. August planting enables them to develop extensive root systems, making them practically indestructible, while supporting massive flower production lasting from late spring until hard frost. Envision your garden next July during the hottest, driest summer stretch. While neighbors drag hoses around trying to keep gardens alive, your salvias produce wave after wave of flower spikes that seem to thrive on neglect. May night creates deep purple pools appearing almost black in certain light, while Snow Hill offers clean white spikes remaining crisp and fresh even in brutal heat. Here's the secret making August planting so brilliant. Salvias established in late summer develop what botanists call stress roots, incredibly deep, far-reaching systems that locate moisture even in driest conditions. This means next summer, when everyone else's gardens struggle, yours will deliver lifetime shows. Flower production is almost supernatural.
Unlike most perennials blooming for a few weeks then quitting, salvias are repeat bloomers. Cut spent flower spikes, and within 2 weeks, fresh new spikes emerge. Some gardeners report getting 4 or 5 bloom flushes from single plants in one season. Choose Caradonna for deep purple-blue flowers with dark stems creating incredible contrast, or Rose Marvel for soft pink blooms seeming to glow in evening light. Evolution Violet offers flowers starting white and aging to deep purple, creating bicolor effects that are absolutely stunning. Plant in well-draining soil. They actually prefer lean conditions over rich organic matter. Space them 18 inches apart and water well at planting, then gradually reduce watering as they establish. By next summer, you'll be amazed at how little care they need while producing more flowers than plants requiring constant attention.
Plant Selection 8, Echinacea, the Prairie Princess. We're entering the home stretch, and this is where magic really intensifies. Echinacea, or purple coneflower, isn't just another pretty perennial. It's a plant creating living connections between your garden, surrounding wildlife, and something deeper in your spirit that responds to wild, natural beauty. Forget those boring single purple coneflowers your grandmother grew. Today's Echinacea varieties are nothing short of spectacular. Massive flowers in coral, orange, yellow, white, and yes, still purple, but purple so rich and deep it resembles crushed velvet. August planting of these powerhouses doesn't just add flowers to gardens, you're creating ecosystem hubs that will buzz with life for years. Envision this scene from next August. Your Echinacea plants have grown into substantial clumps, each producing dozens of those iconic cone-shaped flowers reaching toward the sky like small suns. The real magic begins with the wildlife parade starting every morning. Goldfinches cling to seed heads, their bright yellow feathers creating incredible contrast against flowers' deep centers. Monarch butterflies drift from bloom to bloom like living stained glass windows. Those massive bumblebees, the fuzzy, friendly ones, work flowers with such dedication you can't help but smile. The real secret of August planting lies underground. Echinacea develops what prairie botanists call anchor taproots, sometimes reaching 3 feet deep or more. This makes them virtually drought-proof once established. More importantly, it allows them to support flower heads so large and abundant that spring-planted specimens simply can't match. Choose Magnus for classic purple flowers the size of your palm, or venture into newer varieties like Sunset, with incredible orange and coral petals seeming to glow from within. White Swan offers pure white petals surrounding those iconic dark centers, creating clean, elegant looks working with any color scheme. If you want to blow minds, try Green Jewel. Yes, green Echinacea flowers appearing from another planet. Maintenance is almost ridiculously simple. Plant in well-draining soil. They actually prefer lean conditions over rich garden soil. Space them 18 inches apart, water well at planting, then step back and watch them flourish. By next summer, you'll have established clumps handling whatever Mother Nature delivers. Here's the bonus making Echinacea truly special. Leave seed heads standing through winter, and you'll provide bird food during hardest months while adding architectural interest to winter gardens. Those dark seed heads covered with snow are almost as beautiful as summer flowers.
Plant Selection number 9, Japanese Forest Grass, the Flowing Water Mimic. We're exploring something completely different, a plant so elegant, so graceful in movement, that it will literally change how you think about garden design. Japanese forest grass, or Heuchera, represents what happens when nature decides to create living sculpture, responding to every wind breath like dancing. This isn't just grass, it's garden poetry in motion. Imagine cascading fountains of golden green foliage seeming to flow like water over rocks and around other plants. Each blade is soft and flexible, creating incredible arching, weeping habits that bring movement and grace to areas that would otherwise feel static and boring.
August-planted Japanese forest grass develops establishment roots, extensive systems supporting much larger, more dramatic clumps than spring plantings can achieve. By next summer, what starts as small, modest plants becomes substantial foliage fountains, creating instant sophistication wherever placed. Color variations are absolutely stunning. Aureola offers bright golden yellow leaves striped with green, creating sunshine pools even in shade. All gold lives up to its name, with solid golden foliage seeming to glow from within, while albostrata provides green leaves with clean white stripes, creating incredible contrast in shadow gardens. What makes this plant truly addictive is how it moves. Even slight breezes set those graceful blades in motion, creating hypnotic, almost meditative quality that makes you want to sit and watch. Place it where you can see it from windows, and you'll find yourself pausing throughout days just to observe its gentle dance. Seasonal changes are spectacular too. Spring brings fresh, bright foliage, gradually deepening in color through summer. Fall transforms entire plants into gold and bronze shades, seeming to capture and hold autumn light. Even winter has charm. Dried foliage creates architectural mounds, adding structure to sleeping gardens. Plant in partial shade with rich organic soil. This grass loves moisture and good drainage. Space individual plants 24 inches apart for specimen plantings or closer for creating drifts. Water consistently through first seasons and mulch around bases to keep roots cool and moist. Don't forget to subscribe for more transformative gardening insights that will revolutionize your outdoor spaces.
Plant selection number 10, the revolutionary reveal, hellebore.
Here it is, the plant I've been building toward throughout this entire presentation. The perennial that actually thrives when planted during August's hottest days. The one that will completely revolutionize your understanding of seasonal planting. Hellebores, the winter rose that blooms in snow and strengthens every year. I understand your thoughts. Hellebores, those delicate-looking flowers blooming in winter, plant them in August heat? This is where gardening wisdom separates beginners from experts, and I'm sharing a secret most nurseries don't even know. Hellebores planted in August develop what botanists call thermal roots, systems specifically adapted to handle extreme temperature swings. While spring-planted hellebores struggle to establish before winter, August plantings have 4 full months developing robust root systems needed to support those incredible winter blooms. Imagine this. It's February next year, and your garden is buried under snow or looking dead and brown. But pushing through frozen ground like nature's own miracles are color cups that seem impossible. Pristine white flowers marked with delicate pink spots, deep burgundy blooms appearing black in certain right, and yellow and green shades bringing hope to winter's darkest days. These aren't just flowers, they're defiant acts against the season itself. While everything else surrenders to winter, hellebores stand tall and proud, their blooms lasting for months, often from December through April. It's like having spring pieces that refuse to wait for spring. The foliage alone justifies growing them. Deep green, leathery leaves form substantial clumps and provide structure and color even when plants aren't blooming. These leaves are evergreen in most climates, creating year-round garden presence that most perennials can't match. Choose Winter Jewel series for most reliable performance and incredible color ranges. Deep purples, pristine whites, soft pinks, and unusual green and yellow combinations. Gold Collection offers flowers in shades you've never seen in winter blooms, while Wedding Party provides pure whites and soft pastels that seem to glow against winter's dark backdrop. Plant in rich, well-draining soil with some protection from harsh afternoon sun. They love morning light but appreciate shade during day's hottest parts. Space them 18 inches apart and water well at planting, crucial for establishing thermal roots. Anticipation builds through fall as plants settle in. Then usually sometime after New Year's, you'll notice first flower buds pushing through soil. It's like receiving personal gifts from nature, precisely when you need them most. Your garden transformation begins now. As we conclude this journey through these 10 incredible perennials, close your eyes momentarily and envision your garden 12 months from now. It's August again, but this time you're not scrambling to figure out what to plant. Instead, you're walking through a garden appearing professionally designed and lovingly tended for decades. Your delphiniums tower like living sculptures against evening skies. The air is thick with Garden Phlox perfume, and every corner seems to pulse with gentle bee and butterfly humming working your abundant blooms. Your shade areas have transformed into silver rivers of Japanese Painted Fern and Astilbe, while sunny borders explode with Heuchera colors and endless Salvia blooms. This isn't just a garden, it's a legacy. It's proof that you understood something most gardeners never learn, that spectacular spring and summer display secrets lie in having courage to plant when everyone else has given up on the season. I've been gardening for decades, and I can tell you that some of my most treasured garden memories come from taking those leaps of faith, from planting when it seemed impossible, when heat was overwhelming, when everything in me said to wait until spring. But those August plantings, year after year, have given me gardens that stop people in their tracks, that make neighbors knock on my door asking for advice, that bring me joy every single day from spring through fall. Your garden awaits this transformation. These 10 perennials are ready to become foundations of something beautiful, something lasting, something bringing you joy for years to come. The only question is, are you ready to take that first step? I want to hear from you in the comments below. Which of these 10 perennials excites you most? Are you ready to join smart gardeners who know August is actually the secret weapon for creating cottage garden magic? Share this video with gardening friends who need to hear this message. And don't forget to subscribe, because next week we're diving deep into the art of dividing perennials for free plants that will multiply your garden's impact. Your cottage garden transformation starts now. The only question remaining, what are you waiting for?